wah, wah, wah. If you gather around me, people, the story I will tell of Khashoggi and the Crown Prince of Saudi Arabia. He's at the consulate building one sunny afternoon. Premeditated murder to remove a dissident. They chopped him into pieces, some 15 or so men. An elite Saudi hit team, all good friends with the prince. The CIA assessment showed the evidence. The Crown Prince of Arabia must have ordered it. Seven men convicted, death for 5 of them. The Crown Prince of Saudi Arabia was not one of those men. Now through this world you ramble, you saw lots of funny men. They killed him with a bone knife, saved themselves with Parliament. As through this world you travel, as through this life you run, if you're invited to the consulate and you're a journalist with a secret, and they're promising you papers, then proceed with caution. So here's the lyrics for that. I should post the lyrics as I do it, huh? So those are the lyrics to the one I just did. The next one's going to be about voting. So I'll just pop the lyrics right here. I'm still memorizing them. I went down to the voting poll and I got into a voting hole. A big old line of older folks. When I finally got my paper, my pencil broke. There was no sharpener around. They said, "Time's up." I had to go to the back of the end of the line. When I got back to the front again, they hand me a paper. When I got back to the front again, they hand me some ink and a fountain pen. They said, "Send me to a booth that's painted green, but my pen don't work on the computer screen." They asked me what day it is. I said, "It's Thursday." They said, "Go to the end of Monday's line." Come Monday, I went down to the voting poll, and I got into a voting hole. A big old line of older folks. I give a yell and I take a poke. It was a police officer. He said, "No yelling." I said, "I've been here for 4 days." He said, "Oh really? There's extra booze in the next room." I asked him why and he just shrugs. I give up and go into the voting booth. I look down at the voting paper, it looks back and says, "Meet your maker." 100 little eyes staring back at me, and of all the questions I understand 3. What's your name? Who do you want for president? And should we legalize marijuana? Yes, yes, and yes. I finished filling in all those bubbles, and the man at the desk says, "Hey, we got trouble. You went over the line here with your pencil and your signature." Well, it just says yes. You're gonna have to redo this. But first, you're gonna have to get to the back of the line. I suppose that's how I feel about voting. It makes me feel like really stupid. The next song is called World War III. Where are the lyrics for that one? Post those lyrics if anybody wants to read along. Paste that. Is that right? Yeah, here we go. a dream, it was World War III, and everything was on fire. Helicopters were going around, looking for something important, looking for something I had. I ran down the street then, yeah, I ran as fast as fast. I stopped to catch my breath at last, when someone there approached me. Someone there approached. They told me that they heard a rumor, that someone said I was a boomer. I said I don't know what you're talking about, and threw my belongings away. They said what a boomer thing to say. I ran till I come to water, and I hitched a ride on a ferry. Looking around, I saw people in places, all of them hiding their faces, all of them hid their face. I start to ask one question, I'm half finished when they reply, sorry, I'm not that kind of guy to answer to some type of stranger, to answer to some type of stranger. So I leave the ferry, and I meet a strange-looking man. He has orange hair and he has an orange face. He says he has some type of plan, babe. Says he has some type of plan. I ask him what his plan is. I ask him to please end the war. He says if I did that, I'd be out of a job. And he gives me a $1 bill crisp. Says one day his face will be on this instead of whoever this is. All right, that's that song. The next song is cover Woody Guthrie. It's a song called I Ain't Got No Home in This World Anymore. Pop lyric up. In case anybody wants to sing along. This is a great song. Well, you know what? I think I like to do it up here so I can play harmonica on it. ain't got no home, I'm just a roaming round, just a wandering worker. I go from town to town. The police make it hard wherever I may go, and I ain't got no home in this world anymore. My brothers and sisters are stranded in this road, a hot and dusty road that 1,000,000 feet have trod. Rich man took my home and he drove me from my door, and I ain't got a home in this world anymore. Farming on the shores, and I always was a poor. My crops I lay into the banker's store. My wife took down and died upon the cabin floor, and I ain't got no home in this world anymore. And as I look around, it's mighty plain to see this world is such a great and funny place to be. The gambling man is rich and the working man is poor, and I ain't got no home in this world anymore. Next song up on the docket is a song I wrote about this guy that shot up these mosques in New Zealand. They were calling him the Mosque Murderer. On the album, on the Bandcamp link at the top, if you click it, it'll show you, it'll have like a link to more information about the Mosque Murderer and like when it happened and all that kind of stuff. I'm trying to write some folk songs in the American tradition, but not necessarily just about American things, because the internet exists now, so I can write about all sorts of stories that are happening. And this actually led to New Zealand looking at their gun laws, and I think they actually changed their gun laws over this, so at least something good came out of it. I'll tell you the story of the Mosque Murderer and all of the ways that the pot did stir. Do not go gentle into that good night, for Brent and Tarrant may take your life. I'm not afraid to know his name. You shouldn't be neither, for what's knowing the name of a hideous creature with a terrible plan to shoot up some churches and hurt fellow man. Killed 50-some people in such a vulnerable way, just for being a Muslim on another Sunday. 36 minutes after he shut up the mosques, they managed to catch him and look at gun laws. 6,835 miles from where Terrence sits behind bars in a pile in Sri Lanka on the following Sunday. A couple hundred more people would meet the same fate. Nothing will ever be the same for those healing as Terrence goes on trial for the murder of New Zealand, with the live stream video still floating around that the deranged man filmed when he shot up the town. Do not go gentle into that good night, for you might see the smoke through the Paris moonlight as the last speech bellows out for Theresa May, and there's talk of impeachment in the USA. So, the next one's another old traditional Woody Guthrie song, blowing down this old dusty road. Blowing down this old dusty road. Lord, Lord. I like the Woody Guthrie songs. They're like so heartbreaking and like upbeat at the same time. So here are the lyrics for that. Right there. And here we go, Woody Guthrie blowing down this old dusty road. I'm blowing down this old dusty road. I'm blowing down this old dusty road. I'm a blowing down this old dusty road, Lord, Lord, and I ain't gonna be treated this way. I'm a going where the water tastes like wine. I'm a going where the water tastes like wine. I'm a going down the water tastes like wine, Lord, and I ain't gonna be treated this way. I'm going where the dust storm never blow. I'm going where the dust storm never blow. I'm going where the dust storm never blow, 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 and I ain't gonna be treated this way. They say I'm a Dust Bowl refugee. They say I'm a Dust Bowl refugee. They say I'm a Dust Bowl refugee, Lord, and I ain't gonna be treated this way. They say I'm a Dust Bowl refugee. I'm looking for a job and an honest pay. I'm looking for a job and an honest pay, Lord, Lord, and I ain't gonna be treated this way. Takes a $10 shoe to fit my foot. Takes a $10 shoe to fit my foot. Takes a $10 shoe to fit my foot, Lord, Lord, and I ain't gonna be treated this way. Your $2 shoe hurts my feet. Your $2 shoe hurts my feet. Your $2 shoe hurts my feet, Lord, Lord, and I ain't gonna be treated this way. I'm going down this old dusty road. I'm a blowing down this old dusty road. I'm a blowing down this old dusty road, Lord, Lord, and I ain't gonna be treated this way. So the next one is called Parsimony. A song I wrote a couple years ago. And I don't know, I worked so hard on these lyrics, it was ridiculous. And memorized them and then forgot them 1,000 times. But here are the lyrics to this one. It was kind of like my first political song. And it's really subtly political. Just gonna tune. Song's in open D. Which if you play guitar, you should try open D. It's really fun tuning. Alright, sorry. This is the kind of stuff that I need to practice now. Realizing that I'm taking 10 minutes in between songs. Not gonna fly for some show. Is this a show technically? Does this count? Is this my first show as my folk thing? Oscar Schwartz. Staring at my open hands while lifting heavy dreams to land, I ran my palms between the sand as fortune teller flyers rattled quietly in the distance. Pelican is off again, a feather drifting in the wind can offer little sentiment to men who dream only to see the flyer in the distance. In the midnight moon that never fails to sink its tooth into the eye of the beholder, biting hard, leasing soon to lead to sunrise in the distance. It's troublesome, aluminum, it's paper thin, recycling, disposable. The kingdom of the whirlwind is running out of air again, but royalty hath just to breathe its hierarchy to understand the fiction. The parsimony queen is saving up royalty. You better tell her that she's couth if you want her revenue and not her diction. Luckily, the king of luxury is rich, speaks with impertinence. He's separated from the crowd by a fog of great suspicion, but he's in the distance. pelican is picking up some speedy beats, his wings on the unseen around Namibia. He's looking for a way to save his bloodline. Often lost in thought, I am distraught to know that I am simply bought by the outsiders. For my legs as long as spiders break in due time. For me, the reverie I get from sleep cannot be beat by what I see when I'm awake. Throughout the day, I keep my eyes peeled on the dream, but it's in the distance. It's troublesome, aluminum, it's paper thin, recycling, disposable. That's that one. Only problem with that one is that it's in a different tuning than all the other songs. So I guess I should do it at the end or something. Or at the beginning. No, at the end, at the end. That's the only way to make it one time of doing this. Or if I just had two guitars. Oh, beautiful. So in tune. Alright, I got a couple more tunes to do, and this is all just stuff that I recorded and released. At the top, there's a link to the Bandcamp if you want to check that out or know more about what the songs are about. That's all on the Bandcamp exclusive. The next song is called Ramblin' Around, and it's an old Woody Guthrie tune that I like a lot. I actually based World War III, one of my songs, off of the way this song kind of goes and feels and stuff. So I pretty much play it the same way, even though I kind of play it a lot differently than Woody was playing it. Here's the lyrics though. Bum 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 bum. Rambling round your city, rambling round your town, I'll never see a friend I know, as I go rambling around, boys, as I go rambling around. My sweetheart and my parents are left in my old hometown. I'm out here to do the best I can, as I go rambling around, boys, as I go rambling around. Peach trees, they are loaded, the limbs are bending down. I pick 'em all day for $1, boys, as I go rambling around. As I go rambling around. Sometimes the fruit gets rotten, falls upon the ground, as There's a hungry mouth for every peach as I go rambling around, boys, as I go rambling around. I wish that I could marry, I wish that I could settle down, but I can't save a penny, boys, as I go rambling around, as I go rambling around. My mother prayed that I would be a man of some renown, but I'm just a refugee as I go rambling around, boys, as I go rambling around. And the next tune is also a Woody Guthrie song. It's called Talkin' Fishin' Blues. And if you're around in the beginning, I played Talkin' Voting, my song about voting. This one's kind of based off of this one. It's a pretty old school folk tradition to make the Talkin' Something song. And they seem to always kind of go the same way, which is fun. So maybe this is like the original Talkin' Something song. I don't know. I doubt it. This one's fun to sing though, and I don't know anything about fishing, but it's fun to sing. Here are the lyrics. It is a wordy song too. There's a lot of words. Wow. All right, let's see what we can do. So many words. I went down to the fishing hole and I sat down with my fishing poles. Something grabbed my hook and it got my bait and it jerked me out into the middle of the lake. Some jump, I got sunk, baptized on credit. Fishing down on the muddy bank, felt a pull and I give a big yank. I hold out 3 old rubber boots, a Ford radiator and a Chevrolet coupe. I handed it in, a national defense. Sitting in a boat with a bucket of beer. I hadn't caught nothing, but I didn't much care. Guess I was pretty well satisfied. I had my little lady right by my side. Taking it easy. Yeah, still waiting. Worm been gone off of that hook for a couple hours. You go fishing and tell you what to do. Go sit down with a grassy dude. Take a piece of string, tie it on your pole. Throw it all the way out into the middle of the hole. Find you a good shady tree and then just sit down, go to sleep. Forget about it. I jumped into the river and went down deep. 100-pound. Ooh, start that over. Jumped in the river and went down deep. There's a 100-pound catfish lying there. Oh, that's so hard. Jumped in the river and went down deep. There's 100-pound catfish lying there asleep. I jumped on his back and I rode him all around, saddled him up and I came into town. People came a-running, looking, dogs a-barking, kids a-swallowing. Stagnated water is a stinking thing, slick on top and all turn green. When the water goes bad, the fish all run, sit all day and not catch a one. Mud wallowers, jugars, a few little suckers. I waded out to a sandy bar and caught myself a big alligator gar. Brung him home across my back. Tail was dragging 1.5 miles. Flipping and flopping. Sold him for $0.25. Shot craps. Got in jail. Early one morning, it took me a notion to go out fishing in the middle of the ocean. Throwed out my line, I caught me a shark. Didn't get home till way past dark. He's a man-eater, tough customer. This wasn't quite tough enough. Late last night, I had me a dream. I was out fishing in a whiskey stream. I baited my hook with Applejack, threw out a drink and drug a gallon back. Done pretty good till the creek run dry. I give the fish back to the finance company. That song's hard. There's just so many words. It's like, oh, it's tough, but it's hilarious. So I got one more song, and it's a weird song. It's by Arlo Guthrie, and it kind of requires audience participation, which how would I ever know if you guys are singing along? But if you want to try singing along, that would be pretty funny. I'll teach you the lyrics in this song. It's called The Motorcycle Song by Arlo Guthrie. And let's see here. All I have to do is turn one string to there. So, Motorcycle Song, Arlo Guthrie. Audience participatoriness suggested. I don't want a pickle. Just wanna ride on my motorcycle. I don't want a tickle. Just wanna ride on my motorcycle. I don't wanna die. Just wanna ride on my motorcycle. It was late last night when I thought I'd go up and see my friend Ray. So I went up and I saw Ray. There was only one thing Ray could say was, I don't want a pickle. Just wanna ride on my motorcycle. I don't want a tickle. Just wanna ride on my motorcycle. I don't wanna die. Just wanna ride on my motorcycle. Now this here song's a sing-along. I think everyone here ought to sing along tonight. It's quite simple, really. It just sort of goes, I don't want a pickle, I just want to ride on my motorcycle. And anything that rhymes after that is groovy, so you don't have to sweat. Let's try it now. 4-part harmony. Here it comes. I don't want a pickle, just wanna ride on my motorcycle. I don't want a tickle, just wanna ride on my motorcycle. I don't wanna die, just wanna ride on my motorcycle. That was great. I mean, I couldn't actually hear anybody sing along through the computer screen. And because of that lack of enthusiasm that came through there, I'm going to have to tell you about how I wrote the song, hoping that once you understand its origins, maybe you'll be more tempted to sing along. I was on a mountain pass, going a screaming 155 miles an hour on my motorcycle, playing my guitar. Now, when you're going that fast on a motorcycle, playing your guitar, you gotta be really careful, because the box side weighs a lot more than the next side does, and the wind resistance is different. And I wasn't paying much attention, because one of my strings was out of tune, and I was trying to fix that. And so I came off that rock wall. Now I felt lucky because on the other side was a rock cliff wall that I could smash into, but instead I just went off the edge. And I went off screaming. At 165 miles an hour, I had been 10 miles an hour. Now, I knew that it was the end. I knew I did not have much time left on this planet. And with the remaining moments of my life, I thought that I would write one last song. So I got out my notepad. I put a new cartridge in my ink pen. And I began to write. I don't want a pickle, I just want to ride my motorcycle. I don't want to die, I just want to ride on my motorcycle. I don't want anything else. And, well, I knew that it wasn't the best song that I'd ever written, but I didn't have time to change it. Just at that moment, I came down on a shiny object below me, screaming at 168 miles an hour. I had gained 3 miles per hour that I was traveling. It was a cop car, and I squashed him. I came in screaming at 172 miles an hour on the road that he had been on, going into the town that he had been going on into, playing my motorcycle song. And I got off on my motorcycle, it parked itself onto its stand, turned itself lights off, and turned its key, and the key flew into my pocket. And I didn't even know that my pockets had zippers, but they did, and it zipped shut. And I saw my friend Ray, and I said, "Hey Ray, what's going on?" And he said, "Nothing." Now, you've got to sing it with that kind of enthusiasm. I don't want a pickle, just wanna ride on my motorcycle. I don't want a tickle, just wanna ride on my motorcycle. I don't wanna die, just wanna ride on my motorcycle. right, so that is those are all the songs on this album that I released earlier today. I'll link that one more time if anybody wants to check that out. Yeah. Love you guys. I'll do this again.